In today's fast-paced software development world, collaboration and automation are key to delivering high-quality products efficiently. GitLab is an all-in-one DevOps platform and has become one of the most popular tools for developers and teams aiming to streamline their entire development lifecycle, from coding and version control to CI/CD security and deployment. This GitLab tutorial is designed to help you understand the platform's core features, workflow, and practical applications. Whether you're a beginner just getting started or a professional looking to deepen your skills, at its core, GitLab is built on top of Git, the powerful version control system created by Linus Torvalds. However, GitLab goes beyond just version control. It integrates tools for source code management, or SCM for short, continuous integration and delivery, CI/CD for short, issue tracking, code review, and DevOps automation under one unified interface. This makes it an ideal solution for modern development teams that want to reduce tool fragmentation and improve collaboration. One of the major advantages of GitLab is its end-to-end visibility. Teams can plan projects, write and review code, run automated pipelines, monitor performance, and deploy application all within one single platform. Whether you're managing small personal projects or large enterprise applications, GitLab supports every stage of software development lifecycle. Its self-hosted and cloud-hosted options give the organizations the flexibility to choose an environment that fits their security and compliance needs. In this GitLab tutorial, we'll walk you through everything you need to know to work confidently with GitLab. We will start with GitLab installation and configuration. You will learn how to create and manage repositories, understand branching and merge strategies, set up continuous integration pipelines, and automate deployments. We will also explore GitLab's powerful features like merge requests, runners, and project management boards, which make it much easier to collaborate efficiently and maintain clean, reliable code bases. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a clear understanding of how GitLab can transform your development workflow, enhance collaboration, and accelerate delivery cycles. Whether you're a developer, DevOps engineer, or project manager, mastering GitLab is an essential skill for modern software development success. Before we commence, become an expert with this AI-powered professional certificate program in cloud computing and DevOps. It is offered in partnership with ENICT Academy and IIT Guwahati. Master deploying reliable Microsoft Azure and AWS applications with theoretical and practical learning through self-paced videos, live virtual classes, interactive labs, and peer collaboration. Key features include the following. You can earn a certificate, digital and physical, after completion of the course from ENICT Academy, IIT Guwahati. You can build your cloud portfolio with 30 plus hands-on projects using free integrated cloud and DevOps labs. Simplilearn's job assist help you get noticed by top hiring companies. You can get lifetime executive alumni status from ENICT Academy, IIT Guwahati. You can also work on 3 industry-oriented capstone projects covering the latest cloud technologies. You can develop expertise in multiple DevOps tools and 20 plus cloud services and 200 plus practice sessions. You can also get Microsoft Learn Portal access and Microsoft branded certificates. You can leverage generative AI to design, deploy, and manage intelligent cloud native and DevOps solutions across AWS and Azure. You can also have access to networking, group mentoring sessions, and soft skill preparation by industry experts. You can get access to campus immersion at IIT Guwahati. You can access 200 plus hours of live learning and 100 plus hours of self-paced learning. You can also leverage AI-powered resume building, LinkedIn profile optimization, and one-to-one AI-powered mock interviews, 47 plus skills covered, application migration, cloud workloads database management, multi-cloud and hybrid cloud deployment, disaster recovery, identity access management, infrastructure provisioning, microservices configuration and management, storage services, performance testing, cloud provider selection, DevSecOps, Azure workbooks, geo-replication, Azure backup, GitOps, etc. You can check out the link mentioned in the description box below and the pinned comment. Now, let's start with a small quiz for you. So the question is, GitLab is built on which version control system? Your options are SVN, CVS, Git, and Mercurial. Do let us know your answers in the comment section below. Now with that, let's get started with the first module. What is Git? The answer is, Git is a version control system used for tracking changes in computer files making it a top-rated utility for programmers worldwide. Git can handle projects of any size. Git is used to coordinate the workflow among project team members and track their progress over time. It's also beneficial for both programmers and non-technical users by keeping track of their project files. Git allows multiple users to work together without disrupting each other's work. Now that we have a better understanding of what Git is, let's expand, cast our net out further by looking at hosting repository. What is GitLab? GitLab is a web-based Git repository that provides free, open, and private repositories, issue following capabilities, and wikis. It is a complete DevOps platform that enables professionals to perform all the tasks in one project, from project planning and source code management to monitoring and security. Additionally, it allows teams to collaborate and build better software. GitLab helps teams to reduce product life cycles and increase productivity, which in turn creates value for customers. The application doesn't require users to manage authorizations for each tool. If permissions are set once, then everyone in the organization has the access to every component. Why use GitLab is our next question. The main benefit of using GitLab is that it allows all the team members to collaborate in every phase of the project. GitLab offers tracking from planning to creation to help developers automate the entire DevOps lifecycle and achieve the best possible results. More and more developers have started to use GitLab because of its wide assortment of features and brick blocks of code availability. Now, let's proceed to the GitLab features. GitLab has a rich reserve of Git repository along with several additional features. Here are some of the few features of GitLab. It allows powerful CI/CD pipelines. It has an inbuilt registry that can be deployed instantly without any configurations. It can be perfectly integrated with Kubernetes. It can import enormous projects and also allow export with other codes in the project. Now, GitLab advantages and disadvantages will be our next topic. Let's start with the advantages. GitLab offers several critical advantages for developers. Here are some of the most important advantages for GitLab. Very easy to set up, user-friendly UI and tools, allows an unlimited number of free private repositories, can integrate many APIs and third-party services, has very reliable uptime. Now, let us also discuss some of the disadvantages that you need to consider. Of course, like any other tool available today, GitLab also comes with its own share of disadvantages. So some of them are, the UI can be a bit complicated for reviewing. The tool itself has a few bugs which can make it a little sloppy. Now, let's move on to the demo. Now, let's get started with installing GitLab. So now I've opened up a browser. Now I'll just type down GitLab Runner for Windows. And we're on the GitHub page. You can see we have a wide variety of GitLab softwares for Mac OS and Windows. We'll go with the Windows one. For that, you need to create a folder somewhere in your local system. So I've already created one. Here you can see GitLab Runner, and I'll be dropping the .execute file there. So we have 64-bit version and 32-bit. I'm downloading the 64-bit version. Might take a little while. It's all right. Now make sure to restrict the right permissions on the GitLab Runner directory and execute. If you do not set these permissions, regular users can access it. And you need to run an elevated command prompt. Check for the status. I think it's downloaded. Now all you need to do is copy and paste it over here, just like I did here. You need to rename it as GitHub.execute runner. Make sure you're running your command prompt as administrator. Now you're in system 32. You need to run service built-in system account, and these are the commands. You can just copy paste them. So here you need to rename it as gitrunner.exe, and you need to open a command prompt. So cd and go into the file location, and you can run this particular command. Just copy paste it, and there you go. It is showing as failed because I've already installed it, but basically this is the approach you need to follow. Now you also have a web version of this. You can see build software, not tool chains, with native AI at every step. So you can also work on this on the web location as well if you're not comfortable with the local system version. Less time, security built in, unified DevSecOps workflows. These are the features that we discussed in the tutorial. So here you can see 3 versions: free, premium, and the ultimate. So we will be going with the free version. Source code management, CI/CD, 5 licensed users, paid add-ons, etc. Get free trial. And here you need to add some details: your first name, last name, username. You can also go with GitHub account. So I'm having a GitHub account, so I'll go with the GitHub account. You can authorize that. So you have 0 auth process here. help us keep lab secure. So for that, you need to share a verification code. I don't see any code here. I think that must be in spam folders. Copy it, paste it over here, and verify email address. So verification is successful. Now add some more details, like what is the role you're working with, and I want to just see GitHub. And yeah, so these are the few recommendations I'd add, and also some names and the company name. I'm just giving a random name, my location, and I think telephone number is optional. And now you'll be creating your project here. So instead of random names, I'll give Simplilearn as the group name, and the project name can be Simplilearn as well. Now you can create a template. We have a wide variety of readily available templates like Android, Spring, .NET Core, Ruby on Rails. You can either use any one of these templates, or you can also create your own. Now you can see that's the link of our project. So in the GitLab, so you can copy this link and keep it safe so that you can just directly access it or share with any of your group members for accessing your project, and include getting started with README file, so that by default you'll have a README file on your project. And recommend if you're new to GitLab, your project will be created shortly. You'll have a basic interface which looks similar to GitHub, and you can also set up your GitLab profile. Like you can edit your profile and use dark themes and everything. So these are the preferences. Go to preferences, and here you can choose light theme or dark theme based on your recommendation. I'll go with dark theme for coders. Dark theme is the best one. And here you can also see the font color. You can choose the navigation theme as well. If you select blue, you can already see the navigation changes to blue. Based on your preference, you can select that based on your favorite color. And here, syntax highlighting, I've chosen a theme for that as well. And all the other settings, just go through a random quick check. And once you're all comfortable with the theme selection that you have done, just click on Save Changes, and your theme is ready to go. Preferences save. You can see the notification on the bottom left corner. And now that's the home page. So here you can see your merge requests and everything. And that's the project that we just created, Simplilearn Group and Simplilearn Project Name. And you are the owner for this. You can click on the project, and you'll have that default README, and you have the SHEs, and you have all the settings that you need to have in one place. And here you have the code which you can share, just similar to GitHub. Like if you want to replicate the repository, you can do that. Now let's create a new file, or you can also upload. You can also choose a new directory. You can branch, or you can tag your fellow developer. All those options are here, and that's the initial commit. And now you've created a new file, and you can write your code file here, right? It can be Python, or it can be Java, or your chosen language. Now we will be creating a CI/CD pipeline. So here we are giving a file name as .GitLab, and since it is a CI/CD pipeline, we will drop the name as CI/CD pipeline. So it's basically a DevOps pattern of creating softwares. So continuous integration and continuous deployment. So I hope you know what is CI/CD. So we'll be naming it as ci.yml. And you can see an add template option here. You have wide variety of templates readily available for you. You can choose any one of those, or you can also proceed with your custom template. Now we'll be going with a custom template. Before that, you can also explore a quick session on CI/CD if you are new to this. Let's open a new tab. And here we'll just type it down as CI/CD, and you'll have a quick info on CI/CD. You can also refer to some tutorials. CI/CD is a pipeline automated process that combines continuous integration and deployment to streamline software development. It can help you prevent errors, accelerate development lifecycle, and improve software quality. Now we are back on the GitLab. Here you can type down some code. So I'm typing down a code for my own template. I'll be using build command, and deliberately we will be adding some mistakes here. If you write down a script, let me type it down here. And you can also see when I press enter, it can also go with auto indentation. That's the built-in intelligence for GitLab. It chooses, and it also helps you select the right indentation and coding abilities. So here, if you just type down script and tap the button of tab, it will automatically select the right keyword for you. But deliberately, we are adding an additional S here so that you can see how GitLab can identify errors before you make it. Now let's also write down some steps. So the first step will be an echo command. It's basically trying to print some message. So I'll print the echo first step. And similarly, you can also add a few more echo commands. So the second echo will be, let's say, a second step. And similarly, let's also add another echo. I think this should be good enough. Echo third step. And you can see I've missed to add a space there. It's like missing an indentation. You can already see GitLab is showing me the error. So I'll fix that. And now let's commit the changes. It's completely similar. You can say I have created this file today and I've created a script. I've added 3 echo messages, right? Whatever the changes that you have done to your code can be implemented here. So now let me write down a simple command or commit changes. So this is my building step or step 1. So this is the initial stage. Now let's click on the commit changes and there you go. Remember the additional S that we added? You can see this GitLab CI configuration is invalid. So that's happening because the additional S we added. Remember that, right? So we need to open the code editor and we need to find out what's the problem is and we can fix it quickly. So whatever the error you face, GitLab will identify and it will allow you to edit the option, and we are editing in the pipeline. Now you can just remove that additional S that you have added and you can save the file again. Pipeline syntax is correct. And everything else, yes, that's fine. So if you remove that space again, it will show you the pipeline is failed. There is a configuration error, right? You can again add that space that you were removing. Now you can save this, commit changes, and you can also add a new commit. That you can also have notification or code documentation for yourself. You can understand, or your fellow developers can understand what you have done. So I'll write, I've updated the script to script, right? The additional S was eliminated here. That's the change you've done, and you can commit the changes. Pipeline inputs now available. Pipeline syntax is correct. Now go to the project, and initial commit was your readme file. And your next commit was I have updated the term scripts to script. That was the change. So far, we have explored the basics, right? Now, let's go to the pipeline level. Let's dig a little deeper and understand what's happening in the background of every pipeline. So that can be done by the following. So here you can see we have the first project. You can click on the status and there you can see the first build that we have created. You can see you can also delete that particular pipeline, and you can also see the status of the pipeline. And if you expand this particular status, you can see what's happening in the behind. It was updated 4 minutes ago. So that was the first pipeline we created, which is named as test. Now, if you click on that build, you can see what's happening behind the screens in this particular pipeline on an individual scale. You can see using default image, using another default image, using effective pull policy, right? And you can also see fetching changes with git depth and all those things, right? On an individual scale, running with GitLab, resolving secrets, and you can also see the Git runner version and all those things. Preparing Docker machine executor using default image. So preparing the environment and created fresh repository, skipping Git schedules, checking the file name, all those things. And you can also see your first steps that you created, echo first step, echo second step, and echo third step as well. Now, the next step that we will be doing is we will be diving a little deeper and creating a few more stages or pipelines. This was a single pipeline and we will be doing multi-pipeline thing. Now you can also edit your code using the pipeline editor, and this is how the pipeline editor looks like, and that's the status. So these are the pipelines. That was the first pipeline we created that failed with the error, and second one was the first one which we succeeded. If you expand this is where you see the details related to that particular pipeline, and you can also open the project, and here you can see the code segment. And if you want to edit the code, you have an online pipeline editor. It will take a little time to load. You had the pipeline editor as well, and along with that we had the web editor, right? So now we are in the web editor. Similar to VS Code, you can also choose templates and everything. And yeah, there is some problem. Oh, let's try that again. Yeah, there you go. Click on the file. Yeah, that's your code. And this is completely similar to the Visual Studio code. Let's start a Visual Studio interface so that you can find the similarities. Yeah, the options available here are completely similar to the options available on the online web editor. We'll close that. And now we will edit in the pipeline itself. That's the best way to use, because here you can see if you commit any errors, it will automatically fix those errors for you, or it will at least highlight the errors for you. So you can kind of have a parallel programming kind of an interface, so that whenever you commit an error, you'll have someone notifying you. Now, let's add a couple of more pipelines. Now, we'll add the second pipeline, which is testing job. The script will be echo, and you can add some information between the echo testing phase. Now, you can add the third pipeline as well. And the third pipeline will be deploy, another script. And here you can add the echo. Yeah, deploy phase will be the message. So these are the three stages. The problem is all the pipelines are running at once. But in case if you wanted to create a pipeline in such a way that it executes in stages, you can see you can see the running option there, right there, right? All the three pipelines that we have created are running on one single thread here. And you want to create separate, the pipelines for them. So there is a small error in the deploy job. I think we missed out the space indentation here. So you can see testing is good and build is good. But there's a small error with deploy job. You can find the indentation error there. So we added the space and the error is fixed. Commit the changes. There you go. Now all the three stages are successful. Now you can see all these three stages are executing in one single pipeline. And now we want to create three different pipelines for each of these scripts. The first build one, testing job, and the deploy job. Now you can do this by the following. Go to the project, edit in pipeline editor, and you can add a single code segment which describes that we want to do this in stages. So we'll write the stage command. So we have three different stages, right? The first one is build, second one is testing job, and the third one is deploy. So how will GitLab will identify that these belong to a stage? You need to add the details as well. So this particular pipeline will be named as state build. And similarly, you'll have to add two more stages, stage test and stage deploy. There you go. Now you can commit the changes. Now we are staging every process of the pipeline. So deploy job is the last one. So we'll just stage it as deploy. Changes have been successfully committed. You can see the pipeline number is running in the background, and yeah, editor guide. We are in the project right now, and you can see the pipeline is running. The status is running. Yeah, and it's now split into three different stages: the build stage, test stage, and deploy stage. So each and every stage will run one after the other in a sequence. And you can also individually check what's happening in the background of each and every single stage, just like we checked in the background of each and every pipeline. That's the stage 2. All three stages are completely done. Now you can go to the pipeline schedules and select the individual stage and see what's happening in the background. You can see using default image echo testing phase job is succeeded, etc. Go to the project. And now let's try to deliberately ingest an error into this particular code segment so that we can see what's happening or what could happen in the background. Now that's the code. You can edit in the pipeline. Let's go with a similar error that we faced earlier. We can remove a space, and that's the indentation error. And if you commit the project, there you go. You can see this particular pipeline execution will be halted, or you can see there is an error, right? The status of this particular pipeline has been failed. You can also check where the error is, unable to run this pipeline due to an unexpected problem. So you can go to the editor, go to the pipeline editor, and you can edit the problem. So you know where the problem was. There you go. That's the error. You can see the tracker. A space was eliminated. Fix that particular space and commit the changes. And your project will be back and your pipeline will be executing successfully. You can see the pipelines, the remaining pipelines, all the pipelines that we worked today are on the sheet here. There you go. Our current process is in the running stage. You can see the first stage is getting executed, which is the build stage. Next would be the test, and the last one would be the deploy. It happens in stages, and the complete pipeline will be fixed. So you can see our stages are getting executed. First one was the build stage, second was testing, and the third one is deploy. And so on, all the stages will be completely executed and the project will be stable. And with that, we have come to the end of this session on GitLab tutorial for beginners. If you have any queries regarding any of the topics covered in this session, or if you require the resources that we used in this session, like PPT or demo documentation, please feel free to let us know in the comment section below, and our team of experts will be happy to assist you at the earliest. Until next time, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.